I call Reno Turricartini. 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to join with my Labour colleagues in our opposition to this bill, sir. And, sir, this whole TPP is just one more example of the subterfuge and trickery that we are getting from this national government, the national government of smoke and mirrors, because what we have heard this afternoon, sir, and what we've heard consistently is only one side of the story. We've heard about, oh, how great this is going to be for trade, how we're going to reap the benefits, how it's going to be great for our export sectors. And I certainly do wish our export sectors well. We all do. But, sir, there's with every deal, there's always another side to the deal. What are we giving up? Well, sir, that's why it's been disingenuous of this government to just ram down the throats tariffs here, trade, the benefits for this export sector or that export sector, pulling out all their cheerleaders to laud the benefits of the so-called benefits, because we don't know. We don't know the true numbers, but all as we've heard is just that one side of the story. But has anyone ever come up definitively, allowed the proper scrutiny to take place as to what it will do to what we're giving up? What scrutiny has there been on Pharmac? The accessibility of medicines to the New Zealand citizens, the cost of those medicines, the issue about non-resident foreign speculators buying up all our whenua, our rawa, our resources, the issue of our sovereignty, because, sir, this is what it comes down to, our sovereignty. Sure, we may be taking up, we may be gaining some benefits, perceived benefits. We don't know for sure. We're hearing a lot from that side, but at the expense of our sovereignty. And that is why Labour opposes this bill, sir. We do support free trade. We are the party for free trade. And all of the major agreements that we have put in place have been done on a consensus basis. They have been. They have been. We have worked together and we have drawn consensus around them. But this deal, sir, is subterfuge, because it is trickery that this government is going to be inflicting on New Zealand. And all we've heard is just that one side of the story. But, sir, you know, there are so many holes. We haven't had the opportunity for proper public debate, for a proper public forum, for serious discussion. Not just a rush truncated $45 a ticket roadshow, and not just a few token hui where less than a dozen people show up, and not just an invite only to the business audiences, to the converted. We needed a proper discussion. We needed a proper debate, full assessment of the impacts of this agreement, and we haven't had that, sir. This government has just been trying to just ram it through as fast as they can, and to kowtow to the big international US corporates that are driving this, that have been driving this agreement. And sure, we might want to try and hang on to those coattails, but we don't know what we're giving up, sir. We don't know what we're giving up. And if anyone knows about being very careful about signing off agreements, it's Māori. Believe me, sir, we know what it's like to sign off agreements and the consequences which flow from that. But, sir, there is an elephant in the room. There is an elephant in the room which we're not addressing here, sir. And I'm not talking about the Republican logo elephant, but it is the US presidential election, sir, because like it or not, this TPP issue is not only divisive here for Aotearoa, it's dividing populations and countries around the world, those that are a party to it. And so, sir, we need to, well, I certainly hope that this is just a futile exercise, sir. I hope this is a redundant exercise, that we are going through the motions here, but that this agreement will not go ahead because it is not in the interests of New Zealand. It does undermine our sovereignty. We do support free trade, but we do not support the way that this government has been trying to pull the wool over our people's eyes with this sham of an agreement.
Sorry, the member's time has expired.